of the journey to $1 million, launching a digital product starting from scratch. And I'll be talking about my weekly progress, my challenges, and my weekly focus. So the focus for last week is to complete my course outline and like the scripts for my lessons. So how I'm doing my course outline, first I identify where my target audience is at currently, their point A. And then I identify what their goals is, which is their point B, where they want to head to, what's their goal, that is point B. And then I fill in the gaps between point A to point B. And then for each of the lesson, I include what we will cover, and what the primary outcome is, and what is the action steps to each of the lessons. This is what I learned from my business coach, Vanessa Lau. And also I've included some of the lessons I've learned from Peng Jun to include done with you or done for you components in the lessons. So as I was planning my lesson outline, when I've actually written down what we will cover, primary outcome and the action steps, I realized that we don't need a separate script for each of the lessons anymore, because the bullet points is more than enough for us to know what we will include in our video content. The 3 components give a very clear picture of what to expect in every lesson. So personally, I don't feel that there's a need for scripts anymore, but it's entirely up to you if you feel more comfortable with scripts. Anyway, you can do that with ChatGPT nowadays. So it makes the process even faster. So now, I hate to break the news to you, but I didn't complete my course outline. Because I realized when I was doing the course outline, when I'm including the 3 components in my lesson outline, it was taking quite a bit of time. So I don't want to compromise on my quality. So I wouldn't sacrifice on the quality of my content just because I want to hit a deadline. So I didn't hit the deadline to complete my course outline last week. So now, the challenges for this week obviously is taking up too much time on the course outline. I'd rather not compromise on the quality of my content. This is important to me, so on things like this, if this is your values and the outcome of the work itself affects the whole project, I want to stick to my values rather than give myself a hard deadline. But I've learned that everything has to be in balance. I can't be so caught up in my values that I'm spending 3 to 4 months on my course outlining, right? So I want to keep myself in check too. So having this kind of weekly check-ins is really helpful to keep myself in check. As much as I don't want to compromise on the quality of my content, I still also don't want to be spending 3 to 4 months on course outlining. I still want to keep myself accountable to hit that 1 week deadline. So the big takeaway from this week is that having weekly check-ins is super helpful to keep timeline and accountability in balance. I know for some of you, putting yourself out there may seem a little bit scary. You would think to yourself, what if I didn't hit that goal? Wouldn't that make a fool out of myself? Let me tell you, no one's gonna judge you. Wait, let me rephrase that. Everyone's gonna judge you, but does it matter? You making it and you not making it is not going to make a difference in their life, but it is going to make a difference in your life. This is exactly how you need to feel to keep yourself accountable. Like, let's say I didn't have this weekly check-in. I wouldn't feel so bad if I didn't complete my course outline last week. I would just think that, oh, it took longer than expected. And so I move on. And then I actually might end up spending 3 to 4 months in my course outlining. And that's why we need a weekly check-in. At least I need a weekly check-in. So I encourage each of you to try it and let me know if it helps. So for this coming week, I'm gonna continue with my course outlining. It should be done in this week. So there we go, we're on our way to $1 million and I'm excited about that. Although it kind of feels a bit scary, like starting from scratch and the goal of 1 million in the first year itself. Yeah, it's a bit scary. So if you like this video, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my journey to $1 million. This series is going to be in a playlist called Journey to $1 Million, and see you next week!